notice, and this is the typical copyright. We continue with mathematics syllabus for CSEC, which became effective in 2018. As of January 2026, this syllabus has not been revised, but there are plans to change the structure of the exam from 2028 and onwards, with a few pilot projects now being conducted in a few Caribbean countries. The syllabus itself remains unchanged. The main planned change to the CSEC level math exam is to split the exam into two parts. The current structure or format of the CSEC math exam, there is a paper 1 hour 30 minutes. It consists of 60 multiple choice questions from all sections of the syllabus as outlined below. There is a paper 2 for 2 hours 40 minutes. This paper consists of 10 compulsory structured type questions from all sections of the syllabus as shown below. There will be no choice of questions, as I just said, 10 compulsory questions. Additionally, there is a paper 3, 031, which is called school-based assessment if you are a student in school, where your teacher would assign you or ask you to do certain projects. You will collect data from those projects and then do an assessment on the data if you are in school. So you do the school-based assessment. If you are not in school and you are writing this exam as a private candidate, there is an alternative to paper 031, which is 032. Basically, it follows the same pattern, but this time, instead of your doing a research to collect data in the exam itself, you will be told that somebody did a research and got the following data, and then you will be asked to do certain things with the data. In terms of marks, paper 1, 60 multiple choice questions, 60 marks, which carries 30% of your final grade. Paper 2, 100 marks from those 10 structured questions, which carries 50% of your final grade. And paper 3, 40 marks, which eventually carries 20% of your final grade. Schedule of videos. You already know that these 51 videos have all been published in their entirety on YouTube from sections 1, 2, and 3. Please make good use of them. Section 4, measurement. 5 of these 17 videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety. Question 5, statistics. 5 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety, 5 out of 18. Section 6, algebra. 7 out of 22 videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety. And section 7, relations, functions, and graphs. 9 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety, 9 out of 26. We are now at section 8, geometry and trigonometry. This is the 12th of 24 videos from this section. And then after that, we still have to do section 9, vectors and matrices. I was hoping to finish the complete syllabus by May, June 2026. It looked like I would have to go beyond that. Please note this disclaimer down here. This schedule is just a projection and it is not to be interpreted as a contract with anybody. Going back to section 1, number theory and computation. As I said, I have divided this into 33 videos and they are all available on YouTube in their entirety, especially since this section forms the foundation on which the rest of the syllabus is based. If you plan to write this exam for CSEC, please note that you need to know the times tables from 2 to 12 as calculators are not allowed in paper 1. Still on section 1, some or most of these videos are applicable from section 1 even in the primary schools for students who could look at the videos themselves on their own, either before or after the topic is taught in school, teachers who may use it as part of the inverted classroom, and especially for parents to help their children in primary school. For example, if I expand that box there, you notice that video 6, this is from section 1, says add, subtract, multiply, and divide whole numbers. That's work done in grade 3. And then video 7 says add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimals, work done in grade 4. And then video 8, add and subtract fractions, and video 9, multiply and divide fractions, and so on. Most of this work from section 1 is done in the primary school level, grade 3 to grade 6. If you are viewing this video, you are already at the YouTube channel ROEL922. This is a channel organized right now by playlists. What concerns us at this point is section 1, which is this playlist here. Most, if not all, of section 1 is work done in primary schools, or work that should be done in primary school. Don't be misled or intimidated by the title, CSEC Mathematics Section 1, Number Theory and Computation. Work that should be done in primary school. And then, of course, Section 2, Consumer Arithmetic. All 12 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety, as I previously said. Section 3, Sets. All 6 of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety. From Section 4, Measurement. Some of these, indicated in yellow here, have been published on YouTube in their entirety, the others partially published. If you need full access to these videos that are only partially published on YouTube, please see directions in the description below. And that applies for the next few sections, section 5, 6, 7, and even section 8 that we are working on right now. Section 5, Statistics. Some of these videos have been published on YouTube in their entirety, as you can see indicated in yellow there, and the others partially. Section 6, Algebra. These 7 videos indicated in yellow here have been published on YouTube in their entirety, and the others partially. By now you know how to get full access for those videos that are only partially published on YouTube, as indicated in this black box here. Section 7, Relations, Functions, and Graphs. These 9 videos indicated here have been published on YouTube in their entirety, the others partially. Before we go on, recall I said in the introductory video that you will need a good math textbook, or maybe a set of 2, to get especially more practice questions. CSEC recommends these on the right here. From those, I would recommend these 2 down here, since they form a very good 2-volume set of math textbooks that is quite adequate for the current and future proposed changes in the structure of CSEC math exam. This is a picture of volume 1, Mathematics, a Complete Course with CXC questions by Raymond Tulsi, and this is a picture of volume 2. Please note this disclaimer down here. I get no financial or other benefits from the sale of these books. Also, there is a website with AI interactivity that has been made available free of cost that deals with past CSEC math questions only, specifically from paper 2 for now. It is extremely important that you become familiar with how CSEC sets its questions for paper 2 and what will be considered good or correct answers to such questions. The URL for that website is this here. On the next slide, I will show you what the home page looks like for that website, which is this that you see here. You would need to register first and, of course, subsequently sign in. But remember, I said it is free. This is the URL again. I will include that URL in the description in this video below, so you can easily click on it and be redirected to this website. Another reminder that this formula sheet you see on the left here will be provided for CSEC math examination papers. This formula sheet is included in a full copy of the syllabus. Just in case you do not have that full copy, there will be a link in the description below from where this formula sheet can be downloaded. This is the top part of that formula sheet, so you could see it a little better. Of course, I am going to state the obvious here. You do not need to memorize these formulae on this formula sheet, as this sheet will be provided during the examinations for math. And this is the below part of that same formula sheet. While you do not need to memorize these formulae, you do need to know when and how to use them. So we are here, section 8, geometry and trigonometry. This is a print screen from the first page of the syllabus objectives. We have completed all of those. And this is also a print screen from the second page. We are now at part 4 of objective 5. As you can see, that objective takes up this whole page. We are now at part 4, the last part. After that, we will have to go on to objective 6, and that takes up this whole page, as you could see here. Subsequently to that, this is a print screen of another page with some more objectives. It takes us up to objective 11. And finally, we need to go up to objective 17 in this section. So as I said, we have finished all of these here. Some of them have been published in their entirety, others partially. I am now here, last part of this objective, 8_5, part D. When this is finished, it will be partially published. This is to give an indication how the rest of the objectives in this section will be published. This is the one we are working on now. Subsequent to that, we will have these 5 more published in their entirety on YouTube, the others partially. So as I said, we are here, part D. By now, you know I am employing Vygotsky's principle of scaffolding. So you should have looked at section A, B, C before you come to this section, section D. We are moving from the known to the unknown, or what is sometimes called graded. So we finished in video 9. We finished these from this objective in part A. In video 10, we finished these in part B. From video 11, we did these other parts, and now we are here, video 12, in this section. So we are dealing with part D. Now, part D will be mainly review, since we did this already in objective 8_1, part B. That's the same section. At least that's what I think right now. Now, to be honest, I am somewhat confused with these 2 parts of this objective, since I think they were already covered in part B, objective 1, in this same section. This was objective 1, part B, explain concepts relating to geometry, and we had to talk about number of faces, edges, and vertices of regular solids. But this is also what we have to talk about now, 8_5 part D. I don't know how different it will be. So this was 8_1 part B. As I said, maybe I overdid it in objective 8.1 part B up here by going into too much details. So I will redo some of that here in objective 8_5 part D. Make sure you view video 2 in this section, which would be part B of objective 8_1, which deals with faces, edges, vertices of solids, and classes of solids. So this is what we are doing now. This objective says solve geometric problem. Now, it didn't say anything about arithmetic problem or even algebraic problems. It says geometric problems, and this is what I am a bit confused about. Recall also in section 4, objective 6 to 8, we calculate areas of triangles and circles, and then areas of polygons and surface area of solids, spheres, and prism. And then the next video calculates surface area of solids such as pyramids and so on. That was video 12 in section 4. We also calculate volume of solids, video 13 in section 4. So we have done a lot of arithmetic work on faces, edges, and vertices of solids. We have also talked about classes of solids before. Arithmetic problem. So I wouldn't do those over again in this section. I will try to limit this video to geometric problems using properties of classes of solids and so on. But there may not be much to go on there. So solve geometric, and this is a problem, that word there, geometric problems, using properties of faces, edges, and vertices of solids and classes of solids. So we will begin down here with classes of solids, and then we will come back here and do some review and maybe look at one geometric problem. So let's begin here. Classes of solids. Your syllabus lists 5 classes of solids. There are prisms, pyramids, cylinders, cones, and the sphere. Prisms, pyramids, cylinders, cone, and sphere. Now remember, we looked at these before when we were dealing with faces and so on. So let's begin with prisms. Prisms, they have 2 end faces that are identical polygons, including the triangle and the rectangle, from which they get their name. For example, if you look at this, you have a triangle here and you have a triangle on the other side, end faces. So that will be a triangular prism. The edges of the end faces are joined by rectangles, as you could see, A, C, F, D. That's a rectangle, and you have 2 other rectangles there. So that's a triangular prism. This one here is a rectangular prism because you have a rectangle at the end here. You have another rectangle on that side, the end faces, and the sides of the end faces are joined by rectangles. Continuing with prisms, this is a pentagonal prism. You have a pentagon over here and a pentagon over on that side, and the edges of the end faces are joined by rectangles, as you could see a rectangle up here and another one down there, and so on. If you find this video useful and interesting, please like and share. Like and share. You may also consider subscribing to this channel. This is a hexagonal prism. You have a hexagon here, hexagon on that side, 2 end faces that are identical polygons, and the sides of the end faces are joined by side rectangles, like this rectangle here. And this is an octagonal prism.